Hello, everybody. My name is Kel Raw here in the Field Operations Department. I'm standing here in P12 in Pillion, South Carolina, in a field of sweet corn. Um, this was our first planted sweet corn this year, so we'll be finishing up planting towards the end of next week, and then we'll give it a couple more weeks to grow and flourish in this nice warm weather. And then around the second week in June, we'll start getting ready for harvest. And once we start harvesting, we'll be pretty much full speed ahead and moving right on through. So it won't be long, and we'll be having some sweet corn here. So thank y'all, and this is a update from Field Ops.
Good afternoon, Marine Transportation. I have a good bit of accomplishments that I want to talk about in the transportation department. The first thing being is that we just attended Tuesday our annual South Carolina Truckers Association Truck Fest. This is a networking event as well as an awards banquet. So drivers all over the state are nominated and recognized for their job performance, their safety compliances, things like that. So I'm honored to let you know that Mr. Ryan Price was recognized for Driver of the Month of April of 2025. And then Ken Murdaugh was awarded Driver of the Month for November of 2025, as well as South Carolina Truck Driver of the Year. So congratulations to these gentlemen. Make sure you congratulate them as well when you see them. Next thing, we have in-house driver nominations. So this is where drivers are nominated by employees of the company. Again, this is based off performance and safety compliance. January was Mr. Michael Ishmael. February, Mr. Bryant Hart. And March was Mr. Stephen Client. So when you see these gentlemen, please make sure you give them a round of applause and congratulate them for doing a job well done. Next order of business is our CSA scores in transportation. I am proud to say that we've had a reduction in our CSA points in the last 3 months. Our hours of service is currently at a 7% under national average, which is really, really good. And we've also had a 50% drop reduction in our hours of service violations. So I just want to say thank you to our drivers for making sure that you are doing the right thing and being safe out there on the road. I really do appreciate y'all. And then last thing, we have a new driver. I want to welcome Mr. Tyron Reed. He is a local here out of South Carolina, and he was a referral from one of our current drivers, Mr. Nye Simpkins. If you see him, please give him a warm welcome and make sure you help him out the best that you can. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Compagna with another Take 5 from your supply chain department. Wanted to let everybody know this April 29th is National Supply Chain Day. It's a day where we recognize all the employees and work that goes into supply chain. Some of you may be wondering, what is the supply chain? What does that even mean? I've got a definition written down here I got off the internet. It's the entire network of people, organizations, and resources that are involved in creating and delivering a product to customers. So to think of it in terms of what we do here at Walter P. Rawl, it's everything that goes into getting that product to the customers. It's the trucks that are used to carry it to the distribution centers. It's the distribution centers and the stores are part of the supply chain. The customer is that finally picks it up off that shelf and takes it home is the end of the supply chain. But where does the supply chain begin? Some may think it just begins with us. We grow the plants, right? We grow it here, we start, but there's more to it than that. There's a lot that goes into it on the front end. We've got suppliers that bring us everything from gloves that we use in the plant to that little seed to pesticides and herbicides. And then those places all have suppliers as well. So the film that is used to make our bags that we put our chopped collard greens in, those people that make that film need to get supply from other locations as well. They get little pellets of plastic or whatever is used to make that stuff. So the supply chain goes backwards to our suppliers and our suppliers, and it goes all the way forward up to to the consumer that actually buys our product. So our responsibility in the supply chain is to make sure we build a strong and stable network of reliable people who can supply us and reliable people who can take our product and deliver it to the customers. You think about things like this war in the Middle East that's going on right now, or back 4 or 6 years ago or so, 5 years ago, when we had the COVID pandemic and all the disruptions that take place with the different connections. You may have just ordered something from Amazon and been upset if it gets there a day later than it's supposed to. I mean, think about the ramifications now of the oil tankers that are not able to deliver oil. We had, if you'll recall, we had the ports were backed up where ocean liners could not get unloaded. That was when you started hearing a lot of things about supply chain. So supply chain is all of that put together, and it's our responsibility in our department here to make sure that things go and flow as smoothly as possible for each and every one of us. So remember, again, April 29th, Wednesday, you see supply chain member, thank them for the work that they do. And that's all I've got this time. Take care, everybody.
Hi everyone, it's Rachel Miller with HR. The CARE team is proud to introduce the WP Raw Cares Food Pantry. This is a resource created to support our employees when they need it most. The pantry is available to anyone in need of non-perishable food or hygiene items. There's no process, just take what you need when you need it. You can find the food pantry out by the Fresh Cut parking lot. If you're able, we welcome donations to help keep it stocked. Most importantly, we ask that everyone use the pantry with care so it can continue to support others. This is just one way that we live out our values of team, grit, stewardship, and safety by taking care of each other. Thank you.
Greetings from the sales team, everyone. Jack here, giving you guys an update of what we've been working on this month. A lot of the team members have been out to food shows and summits and expos throughout the country. Telling our story, putting our products out there, working on attracting new customers and deepening relationships we have with our existing partners. And some things I've been working on is transitioning BJ's from conventional to organic kale bags to capture the higher end dollars from their members. Looks like that's gone pretty successful so far, so we'll continue to monitor that and see how it goes. Also looking into moving their green onion bags. Got a new design on some of the new machines we've got in the back. Should be a lower cost to us and a better looking bag for them. And then looking forward to corn season here in the next few weeks. Been driving by, seeing some of it pop up, so getting really excited about that. And have a great month.